Good evening, everyone. It's Jazz. It's the West Ham Irons channel. It's the Rum and Coke. It's West Ham 1986. It's West Ham 1980. It's finished FCSB nil, West Ham United 3. The Europa Conference League group stage has finally come to an end, and we've ended it in 100% record. Played 6, won 6, drawn none, lost none. So overwhelmingly, absolutely smashed the whole group, really, very confidently and without much issues. 13 goals scored, 4 conceded, slightly better ratio than the league. FCSB very, very poor, won none, drawn 2, conceded 18 goals, scored 3. But as you can see from the headline, the result's good, but it was to be expected, I think, against a team really, really struggling. It was all about the team lineup, and the youngsters impressed today. They took over all of the limelight, and bloody hell, mate, it is about time. It's about time since Rice came into the team that we spoke about some youngsters, because for me, I don't follow the under 23s or any levels, underneath that. So really, really great night for the youngsters and Kevin Keane. I remember Kevin Keane in the first season. I started to watch West Ham when Lou Macari came in, and Kevin Keane was brilliant. A lot of the hard work he's put through. I think he's very, very proud tonight. It's not easy with David Moyes. He does not bring many people in. Due diligence, certainly there is, but sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind and just see what's out there. And looking at the league tables, when you look at the under 23s in the programs, they're always up there doing well. So just want to see what's out there. So many youngsters on loan or get sold, and we don't really see them at our club before they've permanently gone in on some instances that we've seen recently. So that's the big thing. The youngsters impressed. They were given a chance, and that was really good to see, I think. If I have a look at the kind of the lineup quickly, let's have a look. Hang on, let's have a look. So the lineup, not sure what formation it was. I mean, Areola in goal, that's to be expected, obviously, as we know. Kafal right back, as he has been a lot of the Europa games. Johnson, Oggy, Agard. So a lot of the websites are saying Agard played left back, but I think they just kept interchanging. So we're playing sort of, Johnson, Kafal are both right backs, Oggy and Agard centre backs. I'm not sure what went on there. I think they kept interchanging, but I'm going to do a quick review. It's going to be a 10-minute show. Again, I love to do live shows, but for this particular match, which didn't really have much meaning to it in terms of if we're going to qualify or not, if we're going to win the group or not. It's more about the youngsters, really. So I'm going to quickly go through the players. Areola, again, clean sheet, didn't have much to do. But when he did, he looks very commanding. And the more you play the guy, and I mean the league, David Moyes, the more you play him in the league, the more you speak to him, put your arm around him, the more chance you give the guy to have some kind of good career at West Ham United, really. So Areola, again, very, very good. Kafal, I mean, this kind of level, this kind of team, he looked okay. Looked quite busy, running up and down, that kind of thing, sticking his foot in. I just want to mention at this stage that FCSB, some shocking tackles going on in that game. Shocking late tackles that could have seriously injured one or two of our players, which is not nice to see. They're bottom of the group. They could have won the game. They weren't going to finish anywhere above wherever they finished. We weren't going to do anything. And they were like, I remember Lanzini being taken out. The referee wasn't that good for me in terms of protecting the players. Kufal took a nasty knock as well, and one or two others. So I just want to mention that. I thought FCSB were late on a number of tackles, and it could have gone sort of pear-shaped to one or two players, So thankfully everyone's looks like they come through unscathed. Johnson, a very poor start. really lazy back pass. If you remember, they let them in. After that, he settled down, and he certainly did provide assist for one of the goals, didn't he? Let me go back to my notepad. So I think the assist for the Fornells goal, I think, was from Johnson. Great pass from the back. We'll obviously go into Fornells in a minute, but looking at that first goal that came, great pass, and Fornells read it very, very well. Very, very difficult to control, especially when it hits the floor and it kind of skids a bit with a bit of dew and rain and a bit of that kind of thing you get this time of the year. So and especially because the centre back was trying to nudge him, foul him, push him, and despite that, he kind of kept upright, kept strength, kept him off, and finished it really well. So Johnson done really well for that. Oggy again looks like he's really enjoying himself, and it could be one of the last seasons for him. And one occasion he was up front, wasn't he, at the end, and everyone was just chuckling away and laughing. So Oggy was okay. And Agard again improving every game, looked very comfortable, very good with the ball distribution. So yeah, making his way back to full fitness, isn't he? So doing really, really well. Lanzini again, yeah, trying to make things happen as he should at this level. We have been told that he has been put up for sale, which we kind of knew anyway. They're trying to find him a club in the summer window. It didn't happen. They're trying to do it again. He's on 75,000 a week, which, listen, mate, he's been on that. This is a super 5-6 year contract we gave him back in when Arnie first came, back in those days, and it's been a shocking financial decision for the club, and he needs to be on his way. And there's rumours that he's going to the sunny climate of the Middle East, Qatar. I don't know, but we're wishing well. Connor Coventry, very, very good again, very tidy, trying to make things happen, and he did put our players through on goal one or two occasions. So yeah, I think at the moment, what I've seen for him, there's no need to send him out on loan again. Keep him in the bunch. And David Moyes has come out vocally and said he's a very good member of the team, very good lad, works hard, puts his head down, doesn't complain if you don't even talk to him for 4 months, David. Yeah, mate, but I'm just saying. So I think we're going to keep him down. Yeah, I mean, all the channel I was watching, and great comments from Clive Allen and people like that who know the game, and Downs is growing every game and looking good. Keep it up, mate. And he nearly scored. It was kind of a cross, and he kind of tried to lay it into the corner, and the goalkeeper did well. So the goal will come for you, and yeah, really, really good. Scarless, don't know much about him, but yeah, busybody, got a yellow card, but did well. Mubama got the second goal. Very, very unlucky, very cruel. They've given it as an own goal, but it was a great Kufal assist. A wonderful goal, diving, head it in the opposite direction. And someone like Clive Allen again would have loved that. So he really celebrated it, as you can see from the thumbnail. He went to the 2000 West Ham travelling fans in the stands, and he kind of obviously, I don't think he wanted to stop celebrating, and why not, mate? So yeah, great to see a goalkeeper scoring a goal. Fornells, looks like Fornells is assisting Mubama up front. So yeah, not really easy lineup to make your mark, because you are under pressure on a David Moyes, a youngster. It's like, God, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to get a chance till next year or the FA Cup. So it is, and I think they did okay. If you look at the substitutions, I think Casey came on, Apaya Forsan came on, Potts came on, Steve Potts' son. Nice to see that. Simon Sawyer, very surprised to see Ashby. Very surprised, because we all kind of more or less know. You never know, but it looks like he's on the way to Leeds, and I thought he's just been put in the corner till then. But he came on, and he should be really starting games like this. He's a little bit ahead of some of the other youngsters in development, but he came on, and nice goal at the end again from Fornells to make it 3-0, really. So it's all about the youngsters today, and it's good to see that. Hopefully David Moyes will remember that. We'll think about it. We've got Blackburn coming up in the League Cup. Let's use a couple of them again. I think Connor Coventry certainly should be given more and more chance. And we suddenly begin to look quite strong in that centre and midfield area, don't we? Rice is there already, Souček, but we got Connor Coventry breathing down Souček's neck, which is what it's all about. David Moyes just needs to be brave and just bring him on the last 5 minutes of league games. put their name out there, you know, and the fans begin to know who they are. And that'll put something in the mind of some of the players who are not quite at it at the moment. You know, Souček, one of them. Bring these players in, bring Souček off. Okay, you're not brave to start them, but bring them on in the last 4 or 5 minutes, 6, 7, and it might help the whole score generally. And I think West Ham is all about the academy and bringing youngsters through. Again, it goes back to a DNA. I don't know about other clubs, but alongside Man United, West Ham have been mentioned as two of the most successful teams in history in terms of bringing players through. You know, it's a great accolade, great thing that we're known for. We should keep it going, and maybe we haven't too often recently. And it's all down to the pressure the managers are under, and you know how we all got to stay in the Premier League. Otherwise, all the money involved. But we got to make use of like tonight, and we got Blackburn coming up in the in the League Cup, Carabao Cup, wherever it's called these days. Let's try to use more and more now, because if you can bring one or two youngsters through, then it sells the idea to Sullivan, because Sullivan hates building up the training ground facilities and bringing you. He's like, oh, you spend millions on the training ground, and there's only one in a blue moon come through, but many fail. So the more that make it, you can sell that idea to the board, and the more they'll begin to spend money in the youth. Because you look at Chelsea, Man City's model, even Tottenham, I've heard, aggressively got a great training regime program, recruiting players. It's aggressive business out there. We've got to keep going. We've got to make sure no one else takes our players from Essex as an example. We don't want our players going to Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Fulham, Brentford, that kind of thing. We want them at West Ham, but we got to improve the training facilities. We've got to bring them more and more in, and that'll attract certain players who might think that they're not going to make it at Chelsea City. Let's come to West Ham. Do you know what I mean? So really happy today. And what's good, and one thing I wanted to say, I know I'm harsh on David Moyes and the way we're playing in the league, the quality of the football, but what certainly came across today was that, especially the Declan Rice interview a couple of days ago with Joe Cole, one of the online channels, YouTube, whatever. The players are still, the morale is high, camaraderie's there, they all get on, they like playing for David Moyes, but David's just got to be careful that unleash him a little bit. Release the shackles. Let the players play the way they want to play, the way they want to express themselves, especially the creative players. And you will again go into that, the way we played them. In the first year you came in, the second year you came in, David Moyes. That is the only thing now. I can tell that the players are a good bunch, but you never know in football. If you're going to put the shackles on Scamacca, on Benrahma, on Paqueta, on Cornet, you might just come unstuck a little bit, They might not want to play for you. So we might become one of these teams that, if Scamacca for some reason doesn't fulfill his potential at West Ham, we might become known, and no striker might not want to come to West Ham anymore, or any player with any creative pedigree might not want to play for West Ham the way we set up. So that's the only thing, that everything looks like, according to today's result and Europa performances, that the players are together. The youngsters are there. We got good mixture of a couple of senior guys, but a lot of youngsters coming through the transfer window. And what we can see now, the only thing for me, David Moyes, is unshackle him a bit. Let's play better football on the front foot, attacking West Ham football, and you'll be back to the last 2 years, mate, where we were 7th, 6th, Europa semi-final. Let's make the football a bit more attractive in terms of the league games, and that's the only thing for me. But apart from that, thanks for watching. Really happy. Excited to see so much youngsters having a good time out there. Bring them in. And like I said, you don't have to start them, Just bring them in a few minutes here and there. First team, be brave. And you never know. Look at that Harry Kane. Harry Kane was on loan somewhere at Millwall or Norwich. No one even knew about him. Tim Sherwood gave him a couple of minutes, and Poch gave him a bit more, and look what they unearthed. Not only him, but 5-6 came with him. Loads of youngsters Tottenham found back then under Poch, and other examples are out there, So come on, be brave. Give the youngsters more minutes. Give them a chance. It's not all about training. Listen, you never know. Listen, some players are bad trainers, but put them on that pitch on a Saturday, different person, David. Come on, give them a chance, and let's play better football. and unshackle some of those things. So hopefully I'll do 1 or 2 videos next couple of days on topics like these related. But thanks for watching. FCSB nil. West. And by the way, what that stadium looked fabulous, didn't it? Before I go, that stadium looked amazing. I wish you had a stadium like that, close to the pitch, equal all around. Everyone's got the same kind of, same kind of sight. What bloody too many runs, mate. The same kind of view and that kind of thing. That's what we need. Not like West Ham. Someone's hidden behind a fucking goal screen. Someone's hiding behind a goal post, behind a pillar. So that kind of thing. So anyway, God bless you all. I'm going to be at a West Ham Legends event tomorrow. Hopefully, with their permission, I will film it and show it a couple of days later. And some of my heroes will be there. Get in there. Come on, West Ham. Come on, you Irons. Take care. Thanks for watching. And subscribe, you naughty ones. If you're watching, you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Take care.